Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Hey, all right. Excellent, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Happy Sunday afternoon. And today we have Tilde in the house. Welcome, guys.
What's up?
All right, man. Thanks for Gavin. It's the first time you've been on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. We're missing Alex. Alex, hope you're having a good Sunday. All right. We'll get you in here sooner or later. All right. And let me just see if I could do a little bit. There we go. That's good. That's good. All right. Man, I tell you what, I think it was just early in January when I had you in here in the studio, right, Tim? And seems like just yesterday.
It really does.
Right? Damn. You know what? One thing I haven't had a chance to do, and hopefully it's not out of the awkward or inappropriate, but I usually have a fireball before I do the show.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm kind of behind my game a little bit. So if you don't mind, do you guys need one of these?
I'll take one.
Okay. Boom. And there's no water behind you too, Gavin. That way you can chase it down. Oh shit.
Oh no.
What happened?
Know, right? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get something real quick.
Oh
That way it
shit!
doesn't fuck up anything. I got my bathroom back.
If I was more muscular, I'd let you use my shirt.
What's up, guys? I'm on.
Harbor City All-Star shirts in here. I don't want to get them fucked up.
Oh
Because
no.
I got
Yeah.
some of my guys that hadn't picked them up yet. All right, yeah. In case you're wondering what happened, I spilled my monster or my Giannis on the counter, so I'm just getting it cleaned up so I don't fuck up anything over here. Yeah. Oh,
They
shit,
made it
man, I
all the
had
way back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh. Guys, I hope your Sunday is getting off to a better start than mine is.
It's been
Hell
rough.
yeah. But I know me and Sam were talking outside, and for some of y'all might have even seen him at work last night at the House of Rock for the emo show. Sold out last night. Love the House of Rock. Love Casey and everybody out there for always taking care of me. And the couple of benefits that I put on every year. So I think we're back in the game again.
Awesome.
All right. There we go. Things happen. Did you already take yours?
No, I was waiting
Okay.
for you.
Thank you. All right. Boom. Well, everybody, happy Sunday. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
I'll have mine a little bit later.
That's all right. Don't feel any
Yeah.
peer pressure
No,
or
it's
anything at all, Gavin. Hell no. I haven't had any breakfast and I really hadn't had much to drink, but it's just a kind of ritualistic kind of thing.
Oof. Same.
It burns a little.
A little bit, right? Oh,
I forgot to text,
it's more
but I
about
made it here safe.
it's more about the cinnamon, dude. That does it for me, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not really too much on other kind of shots, but if somebody's mine, what the hell? I'll do it. I'll do it. Hell yeah. So getting back to where I was at before I made a mess over here, you guys came in here in January, and it wasn't too long right after that. It seemed like you dropped your latest single.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. And so, let's pretend we're kids and we're all friends, and all our friends are still alive.
Yeah.
I like that title, man. And so, speaking about that, before we get any further, I want to ask you: was there a certain inspiration behind those lyrics?
You want to talk to him?
Um,
He actually wrote that one.
You did this one, Gavin. Oh,
yeah,
killer!
I don't know, dude. It started off as a joke. I was writing a song for fun. I was telling him I was basing it off of The Last of Us, that video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know. I guess the way it started coming out, I liked it a little more than I thought, instead of it being a joke. So I just
yeah.
went ahead and kept writing it from there.
I like the lyric video that goes along with it. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? A lot of your stuff is pretty easy to make out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just put and listen to it, if you're really trying. But the lyric video really made it just right to the point.
Hmm.
And
We really wanted that to come out because we wanted people to learn the lyrics.
Yeah.
Whoever ends up likes our music, wanted them to know the lyrics really fast because me and him pretty much, after the song was written, we realized it was kind of a song more about like missing your friends and whatever all substances they're addicted to, how that turned out for them, whether they're like gone, like
Yeah.
dead, or just doing their own thing.
yeah,
Or better.
or
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Everybody's going their different ways, and
Mhm.
every day we got just some of the basic choices that kind of get us on our day, and depending on what we do and which way we decide to go, really can be life changing, from the littlest thing to the biggest things.
Yeah.
And what I liked about the lyrics on that one, and it's interesting because you normally write the lyrics, right?
No, it's kind of a half and half effort,
Little half.
actually. Yeah, he kind of writes the bulk of everything, honestly. This guy's kind of the he's the mastermind behind it all.
Hey,
He's-
well,
He just stays quiet about it.
Well, no wonder when your cleans come out, they really stand out. So it doesn't really surprise me too much, knowing now that you're a big part of the writing process right there. So it's
it's mostly me and him. A lot of the times, though, I'll come up to him with an idea. Like I'll write out all the words, and some things won't work, so he'll add something to it and fix it. But for the most part, I'll be like, "Here's the cadence," and then we'll just kind of build it from there.
He'll hand me the skeleton of it, and then I'll just kind of arrange it and fill it out, and then we'll bring it to the rest of the band, and then everyone adds their parts.
I'll give him like the root idea, and then he'll polish it for me.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I really never had that luxury in the bands I've been in. The other guys have just, okay, I'm the guitar player, so I write the guitar part. Drummer, I'm going to write whatever the guitar player comes up with as we're in rehearsal. So it's always been something I've always taken under my wing, is writing all the lyrics for every band I've been in. And because of that what I'm already used to, when somebody else in the band wants to say, hey, I got the lyrics, I'm like, okay.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work at all, right? You read them and you're like,
I know, because you really want to get behind it, because as vocalists, us three right here, we want to be able to feel it and just and have that delivery being something sincere. And if it's fake, it's not gonna feel right.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like the lyrics are so bad, like almost I was trying a little too hard, I guess. Not sincere.
I know what you mean. And in regards to the lyrics, I like how a lot of it, well, to me, some of the lines seem like just thoughts. Instead of going for rhymes and thinking and formulas are going to make it easy for vocalists to memorize and things like that. But it all makes perfect sense, and it all comes together. And I really like. That's why I was wondering if there was something behind it, because I do like the fact that it is about friends and the past and where we're going and different moments that we share with each other. And I like how even that the very final line, you know what I mean, is and to see if I got it right. If love is a drunk, then I'm a drunkard.
If love is the drink, then I'm a drunkard.
I almost got it right.
Like,
love is the drink.
If love is alcohol, then I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. And I feel the same way, man. I'm in love with life. I'm in love with my wife and my kids and everything like that. Kind of makes me who I am. It makes me happy to be able to go and deliver, and it feels fulfilling.
And on the same side of that same lyric, it could mean like, because being addicted to being in love is also an addiction. So some people don't want to be alone. So
and that has its own ups and downs with it as well. Holding relationships are one of the hardest things you can do, and being in a band is another big important relationship that we all hold together as musicians. And having that open line of communication and treating with each other with respect goes a long way whenever you're jiving with guys in the rehearsal room and taking it on the stage and just moving things forward as you guys have done in a kind of short amount of time. We're really just picking up a lot of speed. So it just shows you got great chemistry. But what I was learning today is right before we got in here is that we had to make a little lineup change. We're looking at in regards to the drumming department. Daniel was in here last time we talked, and that was a fantastic show, man, that you guys put on at the night of reunions.
Thank
man.
you.
Wow, dude. And the crowd really ate you up. It was awesome. It was very well received. The energy was there. You guys had a great sound. That's one of the best things about Brewster is that the PA and the sound is
Robert
big.
did an amazing job that night.
Yeah, Rob's a great sound guy. He's so good.
He is, man.
He's also
he really
the one
is.
that produced our last single too.
Yeah, he's the one who produced that song as well. So the song we were just talking about.
Super talented guy.
I'm telling you, right? And I'm gonna have Robert in the studio in here pretty soon. And I know he's not working at Brewster anymore.
No.
He's getting ready to go on the road full time with El Nino, and they're going overseas. And big shout out to Robert and Precision Studios and hitting the road with the guys in El Nino. I got a lot of love for all those guys in there.
Yeah, I'm super happy for him. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So let me ask you this: working with Rob, do you got anything else coming up the line already, or are we kind of in the weights because we're the drummer section?
No, we're actually about to start recording our new EP next month. We're gonna go in studio with Rob and start getting everything set up.
Yeah.
So we should have new music out before summer's end.
Oh, that's great.
I think we're gonna do maybe a single or two, and then a full-on EP as well.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be like just a big old dump of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the drummer changes happening kind of frequently, it kind of kept us out of the studio for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to figure out like who are we gonna
It's
have
huge
to actually play with us.
in our bands, in what we do, our delivery. The drummer is such a huge part,
No,
you know, and that doesn't
definitely.
take it away from anybody else. But I just feel like that drummer in metal and rock.
For me, it's drums and bass, like
Right.
100%.
100%,
In every
man.
band, I feel like even they're
It's-
pretty much the backbone.
That's the
of
backbone,
song.
and everything else can go great after that. But if you
Mhm.
got that hard as a rock, you're where you need to be.
You can
Everything
even
else
kind of suck at the guitar.
Yeah,
the
get away
bass,
with
like,
some
like I
certain
do
things,
all
right?
the time.
So long as those guys are fucking always
Mhm.
nailing it, right? So tell me, who's the drummer you're working with now?
His name is Chris. He also drums in a band called Almost Always and another band called Kodama, and their style is very similar to ours. You know, he's a great drummer. We're excited to have him on. I mean, we're gonna miss Daniel. He was a big.
Yeah.
He contributed a lot to the band, but things are looking promising with Chris as well.
So
He's gonna do great.
how long have you already? How many rehearsals you got with Chris under y'all's belt so far?
Today's the first one.
Oh, okay, good. Hey, that's
Yeah.
great. We're breaking the ice.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you've seen him play. You know what he can
Yes.
bring to the table, and he knows what you guys sound like already. So I think I'm praying that it just goes smoothly.
Oh, I have all the faith in the world.
Me
It's gonna go
too.
smoothly. Yeah, he said he's seen us in numerous times, and
It helps. He knows and genuinely loves the songs too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he knows every word. He knows how to play to them. So, but we just got to get the live practice down now.
To go
yeah,
along
we're
with
just
that,
yeah
right?
we're trying to just adapt the live set, you know, because it's our live set is way different than what we sound like on Spotify. All our songs are a little bit different live. So
Yeah.
really, it's just that he has the structures down. We're just now gonna do some fine polishing, and we'll be ready by Saturday.
Very cool. Hell yeah. So tell me about Saturday. Saturday, I seen on one of the flyers that it's like round 2
Yes,
of the fundraiser. Well, how did round 1 go?
round
Successful,
very
That was pretty
successfully.
good.
Yeah,
Didn't expect it.
It was really cool. Me and Alex are both from Kingsville.
Yeah.
So we have like a big support system there and a lot of friends and a lot of family. So we thought we'd have round 1 there, you know, for all the friends, you know, put all our favorite local bands from there on.
Yeah.
And it was very successful. It was a great night, a lot of fun. Everything went smoothly. Set times were real close to on time. So it was fun. You know, it was
Yes.
midnight. It was nice. My feet hurt the next day though, but it was nice.
Oh shit. Why, from jumping or?
He was working and playing. Pretty much.
I had to run door and then play and stuff. I was up and down doing everything, delegating.
Yeah.
You know, so
Hey, making sure everything runs smooth.
yeah, exactly.
Hell
yeah.
It's your production. Make sure everything
Exactly.
goes good for the guys. You know what I mean? And for the whole cause to keep everything together. I
Mhm.
know I wear that same hat whenever I put a show together.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be there early, be there from the beginning to end, make sure everything goes smooth, especially when it comes to changing up sets.
Yeah.
You don't want. I hate to cut anybody off. It's not what I want to do. I'd rather just. And usually, if it comes to that point, I'm already asking the other band, "Hey, it looks like we're running a little bit late.
Yeah.
You might start a little bit late." And everybody's always cooperative here in Corpus.
Yeah.
And I think the best way is just if you see it coming, say something about it, be proactive about it, so that way you don't feel like a jerk.
Yeah.
If it's like, hey, they got time for one more song, and they're like, we're kind of already ready to get on. But one thing we've got going for us is that we've got a good community of bands over here that understand how the ups and downs go.
Yeah.
So I just did something like that. When I'm looking over Gavin's shoulder, I had Baldy's Metal Brotherhood, and that was the first show that I did with War Cult. And my guys wanted to have lights and smoke and everything. Before you know it, it was like, instead of 15 minutes between sets, it was 30 minutes. And I was like, fuck this shit already. We're not doing this shit the next show. We're killing the vibe. Southern Revival's coming next. I had already talked to Joe, so they were cool about it, but it kind of ruins things when everything kind of gets a little out of whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When things run behind, everything kind of just feels a little bit like rushed after that.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I'm real adamant about trying to keep things on time, but also I don't want to cut my friend's set.
Yeah.
Short. It's real tough, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But sometimes you have to be that guy,
Sometimes I know it's a tough hat to wear sometimes, but so let's talk about some of our friends are going to be playing this Saturday with you guys. Give me the rundown.
So we're doing round 2 of our fundraiser. We're trying to raise money to get a van so we can go on tour. We're going on tour in October with Gratitude, Texas.
Oh shit, yeah, that's going to be tight.
We're going to California, and I believe I think one stop in Washington. I'm not too sure. I think it's Washington, right? It was, yeah, it was.
I believe
Yeah.
Washington.
Holy
was the end goal.
shit, that's gonna be amazing, dude.
Mhm. And
Awesome.
we plan on doing a lot more after that. So we're trying to just get a sustainable van, or maybe right now we're kind of looking at a school bus instead, gutting the back of it.
Nice
Yeah.
idea. I like that.
That way, if you wreck, it's all over, right?
Yeah,
No
exactly.
seatbelts.
Exactly. I don't have to live with that afterwards.
Oh, damn it.
No, but yeah, so we're doing round 2 of our fundraiser here at Boozers. Slam Master Booking was kind enough to go ahead and help us out with this and give us a
Cool.
date and stuff. And we have Ammo from Arsenal from San Antonio. They're good friends of mine. They're coming through.
Yeah.
We also have Slander from here. They're kind of
Patrick and the guys.
yeah, they're heavy hitters. We're gonna have them on the lineup, and then we have Earth Realm as well.
Oh yeah,
those are some pretty cool dudes too.
Josh and Mike and the guys.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then we have Plague.
Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a killer band. They're like melodic, I guess metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
I had seen them play recently, and I was like, man, they're badass. I was like, it's like I gotta have them on.
Great.
And,
Oh yeah.
I believe we have one more band. What's the other band?
I thought one of Chris's bands was playing.
No, that was just the round 1.
Oh.
Is Woomrot on there?
No, I tried to get Woomrot, but they already booked that day.
They got something going on. What about Wrath Upon the Skies?
Wrath Upon the Skies was on round 1.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
on 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They killed it. It was awesome.
Josh.
They always do. I was gonna
beast,
say
yeah.
Josh is a beast. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy just watching him play live.
Yeah.
Just playing the drums and singing. It's like, how the hell does he do that?
Energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a beast.
He's a great front man.
He sure is, dude. They still working with you there?
Yeah. He's
All
at
right.
the house rock. Yeah, I believe. I haven't seen him in a while because I believe he works days. I work nights there, so
Kind of flip
yeah.
schedules right there. Yeah, all right.
But every once in a while I'll see him in passing, but not too often.
Well, that's going to be a great show coming up on
Mhm.
Saturday, man. Hell yeah. What time's the first band go on?
Doors are at 7. First band goes on at 8.
Nice.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. How much at the door?
$10 and $15 for minors.
Hey, and everything's going to the van?
Yeah, everything. All the proceeds go to the van or tour in general.
Yeah.
We're also gonna have a raffle that day as well. We're gonna have 20 slots, and we're gonna get a merch from every band.
Yeah.
Have it as a bundle. At the end of the night, we'll raffle it off.
That's perfect, dude. That sounds perfect for every show, right?
Yeah.
Damn, man. That's a great idea. I love that. And it's already coming up pretty soon. Thanks to all the bands that are helping you guys out.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Immensely. You know what I mean? Like, they could have said no. They could have been like, yeah, that doesn't sound like, something I want to, do. But everyone was kind enough, to be like, hell yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate all my, all my friends in these bands that are, wanted to help the cause and help us, draw a crowd in so that we can, raise some money so we can, go on tour. And do it
Yeah,
efficiently,
Definitely. It says something about who you guys are too, because nobody really wants to get behind somebody they don't know, and they know you guys now. You guys have made your mark here on the scene, playing with anybody. You know what I mean? And you really go hard, and your musicianship and your artistry fucking shines out. Playing with guys like Woomrot that are definitely like almost like night and day to you guys.
Yeah.
We're usually the softest band.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah,
but
but
we
not
still
by,
enjoy it.
not by much, because when it comes to heart, it's right in the same fucking level.
I
It's
get that.
right
Yeah, I
here.
feel that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and the way he delivers vocally and you deliver
Mhm.
vocally, man, it's bringing the heat in the same fucking way, and it's so unique, and that's what I really enjoy about Tilde, is that it's not what I've heard anywhere from these guys, from anywhere in this town, and it's done so well. Like, you guys have been doing this for a long time, but I think it's just it's your experience as musicians, and everything you've done in the past, especially, has got you to this point where I just think the way he delivers as a vocalist is just top notch. Like any great vocalist out there in the market.
And Alex are the guys with all the experience. This is actually my first band ever.
Yeah.
I used to write songs in my living room with an acoustic guitar
Yeah.
for years. And
Okay.
this dude pulled me out of my room, was like, hey, come play in this band with me.
I heard him play one time. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I was like, we got to start a band, man. And yeah. And I had
I believed in him, man. You
yeah,
knew he had
I heard it. I heard it. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, there's something there. I was like, let's do it. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, dude.
That is awesome, man. You know, that reminds me, I had a band, it was a 90s cover band called Rockenstein about 5 years ago. And me and Paul and our drummer, Scott Bailey, needed a guitar player. And we had gone through a couple already. One of them was Tyler Fletcher from Southern Revival. And after him, we was like, it's hard to find a guy that wants to play Tool, Soundgarden, Toadies, you know, 90s kind of music like that. And that has the chops for it. And Paul knew a guy that had never played in a band either, but was a big Guns N' Roses Pantera fan and just needed a chance. So I heard him play and was like, dude, yeah, man, you need to fucking jam with us. And I felt the same way he did. And next thing you know, we had a band for 5 years. Dang. And it was a great feeling. And sometimes it just, it takes a friend that believes in you to say, come on, dude, let's jam. And look at what you guys have created so far, man. Hell yeah.
Honestly, it's just, I feel like it's just right place, right time. You know what I mean? It was completely unintentional. We just wanted to, at the point when we started Tilde, it was just like, hey man, I'm bored. I want to do something cathartic. Let's write some music. We don't have to be a band or do anything. I just want to write it and record it. And then we're here now. You know? That's
one of the best ways that I've been seeing. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I love, it's part of my research is what I do. And not having the pressure of having to do this or do that, really, I feel like is the best way for guys to have the chemistry between each other and create some freaking fantastic magic that, you know, just if it wasn't for, you know, because a lot of pressure, you know, especially after you get a band going, it's like, man, now we need to get another single. We got to keep going and keep the momentum going. And that's good, you know, and it's a healthy kind of thing. But sometimes even before you even get to that, the pressure of writing new music with other people, when you don't have that pressure, really gives you the freedom and the patience to really expand on any kind of idea you had and really collaborate for the first time with somebody new and take something
take all the fun out of it, dude. Like all the fun and creativity just goes right out the door when people start trying to push, like you were saying, like we need to have this song out, we need to write 3 more songs, and then you start writing some uninspired music that almost sounds forced.
That's what I was gonna say. Our first EP, I don't think like I'll ever be happier with anything else, because that one we didn't have any type of like a time constraint or like pressure. We just put it out really not expecting much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like, man, we got to put something out and soon, you know, and the pressure kind of takes like the fun out of it. It's more fun nowadays for me. All the fun is in playing shows. You know what I mean? I kind of dread the whole writing process and going to the studio, you know, because then I also hate waiting for, you know, to release it, and then all the stress that comes with like promoting it all and hoping that it's received well.
Yeah, you know, man,
the fear of rejection is real.
It is, dude. What I mean? And I appreciate your honesty, because that's such a waiting game. You know, we recorded, now we got to wait for, you know, go through the process of the guy mixing and mastering and doing all that good stuff. And we're like, man, we want to get it out there as soon as we can. But not having the pressure, man, really makes it makes everything really come together.
Yeah.
And the magic, and like you said, that first EP, it's like almost every band's first release. It's like that's where the real magic is. And then after that, building off it becomes a little bit more the business side of it.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. But performing live is always where it's at for me too. You know, I'm not a big fan of always having to get together for rehearsal and stuff like this, especially if there's like 6 weeks between gigs. But
I hate that.
Yeah, you know, right? It's like somebody asks us to play, man. I want to play somewhere already. Every couple of weeks it feels good and healthy for me, if not more often. You know, so
it's like therapy.
It is, dude. Definitely therapy. And the more we do it, the better we get at it, and everything just keeps on just becoming a better machine.
I agree with that.
You know, last time I wasn't able to have you here, Gavin. So I want to direct this question especially to you. I want to find out, or let our viewers know, what inspired you, or was there something or someone that kind of inspired you to, you know, pick up the guitar and start, you know, getting your own thing going on, even though you hadn't started a band, just, you know.
I kind of always wanted to play.
Yeah.
Like whenever I was a little kid, I always wanted to play, but my hands were too small. And then whenever I was like 16, my uncle, rest in peace, but he just came over one day. He was all obsessed with Metallica and AC/DC, and he wanted someone to jam with, so he started forcing me to learn
Yeah.
like the rhythm parts and AC/DC music and Metallica, so he could solo over it. And then
Yes.
after that, I just kept playing. So
Wow, man. So you know some riffs.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
I quickly realized that I didn't have it in me to actually want to get good at shredding in any capacity, and I just wanted to write songs.
Yeah.
And so now I kind of regret it, because now I wish I would have just practiced that much when I was younger, when I had the time, because now I don't have the time to practice like that.
Not like that.
Yeah,
Right?
not when you're like under the age of 18 and all you can just play for like 6 to 8 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude can't even sweep, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I can't sweep.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have one daughter. She's 13 though.
I have a feeling that that was part of your life too, when you were saying you didn't have much time anymore.
Yeah.
Usually, you know, when the kids come into the picture, yeah, man, it becomes a juggling act between work, the family, and wanting to jam, making time for the band.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely fulfilling. And I know when I first had Jasmine, my first daughter, Jasmine, she turned 29 just last month. And 29 years ago, I was thinking, oh shit, this is gonna change my life. I'm not gonna be able to jam anymore like I want to do. But like anything else, man, if you really want something, you make time for it. You balance it out.
Definitely, yeah. I feel that same way. That's that's kind of how, I view it. Like whenever we want to try people out,
Yeah,
they'll be like, I want to jam, but I don't have time for this and that. I'm like, well, if you want to do this, you'll have time. You know what I mean?
you figure out a way.
Exactly. Because there's, I know like we all have lives, we're busy and stuff like that, but you can squeeze it an hour or two, once a week if possible. You know what I mean? It's not that hard.
It's not that hard of a gig, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're just putting a few hours a week to a band, maybe 6 hours, a couple of rehearsals, it's not that much.
Yeah,
it's not that much if you really want it.
Yeah, instead of sitting watching TV for 2 hours,
yeah,
come to TFC. Let's jam.
It's for us. It's easy. It's like ABCs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody gets it, and that's how you end up, finding the right guys.
Yeah,
because some will show up and some won't.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I want to jam. Okay, come check it out. Next rehearsal is gonna be Tuesday. Bring your gear and we'll check it out. And then come Tuesday, it's like, oh man, I just got out of work. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I gotta do this. Well, it already tells me a lot.
Yeah,
that maybe you're not the right guy. But dedication has its way of showing itself through many actions. Talk is cheap when it comes to a band, but being there is more important.
Yeah.
Even if you don't show up with your gear sometimes, if you had maybe a school function with your kid or something, but you show up, hey guys, what's up? How to practice go? In presence, that says a lot. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we showed up. Hey, I'm glad you made it. We're just finishing up, rehearsal. Everything went good. We did this, we did that. But you got to be there. It's just like in life. It's like work. Sometimes I work at the university and work for Chick-fil-A and work for Panda Express. It ain't hard to make a Panda bowl or make a chicken sandwich, but you just got to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes the hardest part is just making it to work. But in the band, it's the same way. You got to be there and being motivated, just like you guys got rehearsal after this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not always easy getting motivated on a Sunday
sometimes
or after a long night, right?
I was telling Tony before he came in, I was like, man, if we have practice after this, and I got to find the enthusiasm to do that.
Yep.
I'm tired today. Sometimes
it takes, a little energy drink or maybe a good meal or just maybe the first couple of songs to get you fired
exactly.
up.
The first couple. Yeah. Then it'll
then it starts coming out, right? Then it starts feeling good. This is what we got together for. I know. I know the love of it. So let me also ask you this. This is a question I asked Sam last time, but what was your first concert, Gavin?
That's a good question. I feel like this is probably a bad answer, but I think my first ever concert was the Taste of Chaos. That was here in Corpus. Like the first one.
Bro, that's a hard ass answer. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I know, right? That's a good one.
That was the first one. I was like, man, I want to be on the stage.
Yay!
Because I was seeing a lot of my favorite bands at the time. Because that lineup was ridiculous. That came to Corpus. It was such a stacked lineup, and there's so many people there. It just looked like I was like, I want to be able to do this.
It's definitely like a drug.
Yeah.
It's like a drug of some sort, man. Especially after you've done it a few times and you start feeling yourself getting better. It's like, man, it's you can't get enough. You can't get enough. That's why we want at least a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? That's what's worth going on the road. You getting our friends together for a fundraiser to get a van, and man, it inspires so much bigger and greater things, man. So, as you can tell, when I think of bigger, greater things, I start thinking about, I want to get something from you guys on vinyl.
Man, we've been talking about that for a little while.
Okay, cool. All right. Just keep that in the picture somewhere. You know what I mean? Because you got guys like myself that I've got vinyl collections behind you and stuff like that, and I'd love to be able to add some Tilde vinyl to my collection, as well as I got the shirt at the fucking show, man. I liked it, dude, so much because it's got that. It's got the fucking grindcore kind of look to it, dude, right?
Yeah,
and it was your makeup.
Paint. Yeah, it's just that's my face with corpse paint on it. Yeah,
fuck yeah,
that's hilarious. And he was doing that design. I was like, dude, please don't make that into a shirt. And everyone likes it. And he's like, yeah, bitch, what I tell you? He throws it in my face all the time.
He's all, that's not gonna. He's all, no one's gonna buy that. I was like, dude, I was like, trust me. I was like, it's satirical. People will love it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a black guy, so I always gotta have a black shirt.
Yep.
And I know you guys like to change it up.
Yeah.
And I like to change it up too. I understand where you're coming from. I don't always want to wear black because my wife wants me to wear something different sometimes. But when I saw it, I was like, that's an easy sell for me. Hell yeah.
I like black shirts too, man. If I could, I'd wear them all the time.
All the time, right? Hell yeah. Almost everything I have is black. But let me keep on rocking here. So thinking about that, touring's going to be coming up in October with Gratitude TX.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys they've been getting around.
Dude, they're dope.
Nothing fucking holds them back. And Linda, Don, Noah, and Ramon are going to be some great tour mates.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cool.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I know it is.
It's going to be a great time, man. Mm-hmm. I couldn't think of a better bunch of guys I'd want to team up with to go to California with, man, because that's a hell of a road trip.
Yeah.
And you said Washington too, so you're going to go up the north.
I believe so. I think we're like going straight in and then like coming up like that, and then I think coming down. Back. Yeah.
So they already got their own van, or they have their own.
I believe they just got their own van a couple weeks ago, like an RV.
Killer.
Like a badass RV with like sleepers in it and stuff.
Hey.
Like an actual tour van.
They've been putting their time in, man. Yeah. They've been grinding, getting all over Florida, Colorado and so forth, man. So I'm jealous, man. That's going to be a hell of a trip with some great buds.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's going to be a fun time. So, I also saw that you posted that you guys landed the Summer Slaughter Without Laughter tour, right? That was tight, dude. Man, you had me going on the internet going, what the fuck? No shit. How did they do this? What the fuck? And then when I finally caught on, I was like, I love it, dude. That was so cool. The marketing on that was fucking fantastic. So now, my question about that was starting with you, who would be your dream lineup to tour with?
Oh man,
give me like 3 or 4 bands that you'd love to have Tilde opening the show for like a summer tour besides what you already got planned with Gratitude.
Mine would be are we talking like established like signed bands or like locals?
Anybody you want.
Oh man,
they don't even have to be. It could be Led Zeppelin. Okay. They don't have to be live.
Well, then it would be Glassjaw Thursday, at the drive-in.
Yeah.
And Touche Amore.
Touche Amore.
Touche
Amore. Now I haven't heard of that one.
Oh man, that's kind of like our whole our what's the word for it? Baseline for what we were trying to sound like when we first started. We ended up just adapting our own sound. But when we first started, that was like our whole inspiration was that band's sound and
yours too.
More not really. I never for him, yeah.
But I get it exactly. It's like, man, you hear that and it's like, man, I want to create some of that same kind of magic that these guys.
For me, it was more together. Like Loud Dispute. I really like Loud Dispute a lot. And then
Loud Dispute and Touche Amore pretty much sound the same. They even have a split EP together.
Oh shit!
They're very similar in sound.
They're on that like kind of aggressive, emotional music side.
Yeah.
You've heard Law Dispute, right? You listen to them?
No.
Check them out. Their first album, probably.
It's really good stuff.
Lawless Beat?
Law Dispute.
Okay, cool.
This is not a paid ad by Law Dispute.
No, but that's good. I always want to be, doing the research on you guys, finding other bands, because I always like to finish off with a segment called Draw the Line, and where I kind of compare some of the bands that I feel that might be in your genre, and maybe have you pick who's your favorite out of the two. I try and make it a little tricky. And so doing the research isn't as easy as because I had guys in here before, and I was picking some bands that they weren't familiar with. So this gives me a little bit more ammo to go do some research. Like, oh, okay, now we're talking. So next time I get you guys in here, we're going to be doing some comparisons of these bands and Draw the Line when I can do some research on them and listen to these.
Nice.
Very nice. And I always want to hear some new music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hearing y'all's genre, I don't come across anything else, in Spotify that I listen to, sometimes they'll suggest a different artist that's kind of the same thing. And you guys are so unique, it doesn't come across. And at the same time, I gotta admit, most of my stuff is gonna be like the big four stuff: Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth, and Slayer. And that's because of stuff I grew up with. And of course, you're gonna have some Kill Switch and your As I Lay Dying and Lamb of God's gonna squeeze in there. But like Glassjaw's not in the mix, but I love Glassjaw. They go hard.
They're literally probably my number one. That's my go-to.
The vocals, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love his style. It's so good.
Yeah, my number one's At the Drive-In.
Yes,
my favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
Everything about him.
He won't shut up about it.
Fucking awesome though. Yeah. Kick ass. Are they still around?
No, they're the Mars Volta now, right?
No, the Mars Volta ended. They came back for a while, and they put out actually, I think, like 1 or 2 more whole albums.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Some of it's actually decent. Like, it almost feels like they just picked it right where they left off and were able to write that same style of music.
Is it the same drummer from Mars Volta that plays at the Drive-In?
No, I think I felt it was just the singer and the guitar player were the only members from At the Drive-In that were in Mars Volta.
Yeah. Volta had a bunch of different, I think they had like 2 or 3 different drummers, but when they had Thomas Pridgeon, that was whenever they were amazing. He was that jazz drummer. Super talented guy.
Their first album had Flea playing bass on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it did. Yeah. When that was the early 90s right there. Or maybe
no, it was like mid-90s.
Mid-90s, right? Mid-90s, yeah.
You're talking about Volta? That was like 2002.
No, Drive-In.
Oh, At the Drive-In was like early 90s.
93.
Yeah.
93 was first
around there. Yeah. So tell me, what would your dream lineup be, Gavin?
Of any bands?
Would be thinking like Law Dispute would be in the mix? Or are we even going bigger?
Probably like a long time ago. They kind of play a lot. Their music's a little softer now. It's kind of like spoken poetry in a way.
Love it.
Okay.
But it's still good. I don't know. My dream lineup would be, there's this one songwriter I actually like in Corpus. His band name is called Alex and the Space Cadets. I'd want him to open. That dude's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're killer. I just saw them recently. They're dope.
Yeah, he writes everything himself too.
Yeah.
They just add to his songs. And he's gonna hate this one. My Chemical Romance. That's on there.
Oh yeah.
Drive-In.
All right.
There's this band that I don't know. I listen to it a lot. It's called American Kung Fu Generation, and that's my lineup.
No shit, American Kung Fu Generation. Hey, I dig that. That's a cool title right there. Badass name for a band. I'm gonna look that one up too. American Kung Fu Generation.
Every song from them is good. I don't know why. It bothers me like how good their music is. Yeah, because like at one point I just was looking for a bad song from them, and in my opinion, I couldn't find one. It's like everything I clicked on.
Oh,
but it's Japanese. Like, yeah, it's
no shit. Wow, man. There was a Japanese band that played here not too long ago, right? That
Kaza?
You guys played with,
Kaza,
right?
Yeah, we played with them.
Yeah, that was over Boozers.
They were.
I saw
were
some
amazing.
good videos, dude. They were good.
Yeah,
they were nice and super polite. Like they had bought pizza and were sharing with all the other bands, and giving us waters and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Showing you how it should be done, right? Internationally, right? Hey, I love that shit. Hell yeah. Well, I tell you what. I know one other show that you guys are going to be a part of. That's going to be June 8th. That I'm helping to promote, and that's our guys in Slam Master Booking and Productions, Eric and Andrew Elliott. They got Slam Master Fest going on, number 4, June 8th over at the House of Rock. Yeah. So that's going to be a huge one this year. Headlined by Impending Doom. They're returning again. I remember Impending Doom played over at Zeros, and it was like fucking balls to the wall. It was fucking madness, sick. But they're back. They've got also Darkness Divided from San Antonio is going to be back, who you guys played with before. Yeah. Those guys are amazing. And Dealey Plaza, who's fucking heavy as fuck.
Dealey Plaza is crazy good. Yeah.
I really like
right? Yeah.
I'm going to try to get these guys on the show as well, because I'm helping Andrew kind of promote this fest that's coming up, and it's huge. I mean, I got to give shout outs to all the bands that he's got on this show. So also besides our headliners, Impending Doom, Darkness Divided, and Dealey Plaza, we have Corpus Christi's very own Womb Rot, Gratitude TX, hell yeah, A Means to an End. We have Above All Else, the Devil himself, Texas, Purifier, Slander 361, who's going to be on your show come this Saturday. Oven, shout out to Cosman on drums right there with Oven. We have Audacious Absurdist, Lights and Apparition, and my bros in Empire of Ashes. Man, it's talking about a huge lineup of shows.
Stacked ass lineup.
Yeah.
Speaking of those bands, that band Purifier, they're from Austin. They're man, they fucking rip, dude. They're like one of my favorite. When I used to live in Austin for a while. Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands to go see when I was there. They're fucking awesome.
Badass live show. Oh shit. And man, he really, the guys have put together a great show this year.
They really, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be great from beginning to end.
Yes.
Like, damn, I'm gonna have to be there all fucking day and watch that.
It starts at 1:30 in the afternoon. It's gonna be going off all fucking day. Great fucking bands. I gotta say now, my feelings were kind of hurt because I remember the moment right now, like it was yesterday when I got the message from Andrew saying, he goes, "Hey, check it out. Your name's on it." And I looked at the flyer and I was looking for my band name, War Cult. And I was going, "Where's War Cult?" And I messaged him back. I said, "No, it's not." He goes, "Yeah, check it out. It's at the very bottom." And I saw Tony Gomez show. I was like, "Oh, yeah, it is there." Thank you, brother. And fuck, I want to be on that show too. But it's got 16 bands already, bro. It's
just 16. I thought it was more than that. Actually.
It feels like it's more.
When you look at the flyer, it's like, oh shit,
holy shit, right? It's almost like one of our other bros, Edward from Womb Rot puts his grind fest on.
Gulf Coast Death Fest.
Yeah, the Gulf Coast.
I always see it, and I get pissed. I'm like, damn it, why isn't Tilde on that? But it's like, that's not a Tilde kind of festival. But I'm always like, maybe.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, just say when, Ed. Whenever you need us, just say when. But I mean, the lineup on that show is also huge. You know what I mean? So, big shout out to what Ed. What's his production? What does he go by?
I think he's Beat Down Booking. I want to say. I think him and Alex are Beat Down Booking. I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Beat Down Booking and shout out to Kill Crew Booking as well. Those guys from Slander, getting that going on. And if it wasn't for these guys going on the limb sometimes and taking care of the writers and contracts for these bands that are going through nationally, we wouldn't have the shows.
Dude, all these dudes, they keep the scene alive, honestly.
They do.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. And the way they mix it up, I can honestly say I don't feel like there's any favorites. I just feel like there's availability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because so many of you of all the bands that we have here in Corpus are doing things in the Valley, going in San Antonio, and really doing they're hustling. Yeah. Just like you guys are doing the same thing. And so it's kind of hard to get everybody, together on a date.
Yeah.
I tried to book a show on, ironically, it was going to be on May 4th. But it didn't work out for me either because a few of the bands I was asking for weren't available. They were already playing. Some of them were playing your show. Oh. And then I was like, well, shit, he's got a big show going on. And then my bass player from War Cult says, "Hey, I can't do it. I got something come up." I was like, well, I'm relieved. Good, because I don't want to. I'd rather go to your show than have to have my own show and have to compete. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that things worked out right there. But it's even a show like this one doesn't have room for everybody.
Yeah, that's
and it's not a bad thing because that leaves room for the next big one. You know, so big shout outs to Slam Master Booking, Andrew and Eric for making it happen, man, and keep the big shows coming and make sure that you keep getting Tilde on there and I don't have to ask for getting War Cult because he's already taking care of me. We got some good things going on with Slam Master, so I always give him much love. Thank you very much, guys. So let's move on. Let's go on to our final segment before we finish things off for today. I think we're doing pretty good on time. About 2:45. Guys, you guys that might be watching us, if you got any questions for the band or want to make any comments, please just shoot them in the chat room. But let's draw the line. And I tell you what, I want to go ahead and start with you, Gavin, on this one. Usually I go from left to right, but this time I'm going to change it up because you mentioned this first band that I want to hit. And I want to see who you prefer out of these two bands. Tell me who you like out of My Chemical Romance and All Time Low.
MCR. I actually like All Time Low also.
They're great too, man.
I
Yeah,
like
they're good.
them. Well, I liked their first 2 albums a lot when I was younger, but MCR all day for me.
That was
My son got me into MCR, and it was funny because I used to work with a guy. I used to work over at Gaddytown for about 7-8 years, and my boss was a funny thing. He was my same age. He was born in Dallas. I was born in Corpus, same day and everything. But his daughter was really into My Chemical Romance, and he was worried about it being like, is this going to be some kind of music that I should worry about? Because she's really getting into it. And I said, nah, man, I'm listening. It seems pretty, out of some of the other stuff I heard, seems like it's on the up and up. Everything seems cool. Don't worry about it. And then I started hearing it, and the songs they're hooked. They got great jams.
Gerard Way is a genius.
Yeah,
and so are all the other musicians, but that guy, he just had a plan with that band from the start, and he just executed it.
He did good, man. Hell yeah. He does the Umbrella Academy too?
Yeah.
Is that right?
He wrote all
I
those
got into that.
comics, like, around the same time he started writing music with MCR, because he was working as a comic before. He was already writing his own story.
Cool.
Then MCR got big, and then
they
picked up the
there
whole
you
Umbrella
go.
Academy. It's just a genius.
Genius. I got to give him props, man. Fuck yeah, Gerard. Okay, so what do you think, Sam?
Oh, between the two, I'm gonna say My Chemical Romance.
Yeah,
I think All Time Low is trash.
Did we hear some of my MCR last night?
Yes, we did. They played at least like 45 minutes worth of MCR.
No shit,
I liked it though.
badass.
Yeah,
Did they at least play the first album at all?
yeah, and then they
Okay.
played the Black Parade, and I was like, man, let this end.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Bullets. They play
Yeah.
Bullets.
Oh no, they didn't play anything for Bullets.
See, I don't like that, man. Bullets is the
Yeah,
best
honestly,
album.
that's their best album. Yeah, it's like he was saying earlier, their first work is always the best work, and it
Yeah.
never gets appreciated the way it should. You know,
Because that's like the magic, man. That really brought you all together, and the sincerity, and no pressure. It's just all about making the best you can.
yeah, you want to put out something passionate. Yeah, that's what it is. You know,
Passionate. That's right. Okay, how about these two? Gavin, what do you think about, who do you prefer between Falling in Reverse and Pierce the Veil?
Pierce the Veil.
They're pretty hard.
Yeah, Pierce the Veil.
All right.
The musicianship is amazing there too.
Great band. What do you think, Sam?
same.
Same?
Pierce the Veil, yeah.
Pierce the Veil.
I mean, Falling in Reverse is just it's a little. I don't like. It's too poppy for me.
Okay.
I don't really like anything that is like real poppy like that. Like it's not like All Time Low either. If it's positive and poppy, for some reason, I don't like it.
It's not as appealing.
It aggravates me. Like the happiness of it. I'm like, man, fucking be real, bro.
Be real, right? Come on, man. You can't be happy like that all the time, right?
Pierce the Veil's first album, A Flair for the Dramatic, is still like till this day so unique sounding than every other band's.
Yeah, that was a groundbreaker for him right there. Hell yeah, very inspiring. How about this one? Asking Alexandria versus I Prevail.
I know what he's gonna pick. Well, I like I Prevail better though.
Yeah. I Prevail as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Oh, why? As he said, he's been giving big props to.
I just thought he would like
Alexandria
Asking
before.
Alexandria because they use more breakdowns and stuff.
I mean, I do like breakdowns and stuff like that, but I don't like Asking Alexandria.
Me,
I opened for him one time, but back in like 2015 or something like that. It was they're good live, but I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to them. You know,
Hey, okay.
It's just not my cup of tea. But I really like I Prevail though. They have some songs that really hit. You know,
They sure do, man. Hell, they've really they've made the mainstream big time. Yeah, I think you heard more of them than Asking Alexandria on the radio.
Oh yeah.
So much props to them. Hell yeah. So we'll be a little more edgier on this one right here. How about Kill Switch Engage versus Suicide Silence?
You go first.
Man, it'd probably have to be Kill Switch. Yeah, I had not liked them when I was younger. I don't know why. I started listening to them recently, actually, maybe like a year ago, and I was like, damn, these guys are fucking good.
They're good.
They got hooks.
Yeah.
And they got some nice cleans too. Yeah. What do you think, Sam?
So this is the first one we're gonna disagree on because I'm a real big Suicide Silence fan.
Oh, really?
Just the cleansing. The cleansing is that's my shit.
Right
yeah,
there.
that's my shit. Yeah.
Mitch and the cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean. Sometimes that's the first one that I really heard from beginning to end, and then I really got fired up. And when what's the Electric Crown came down, like I just kept on getting harder. But or was it the other way around? Electric Crown came first.
No, it was a cleansing first.
Cleansing first, right? And I like the packaging because I always like packaging, man. I like when a band puts time and effort into their
presentation.
The presentation, man. I remember getting my stuff, I think, with indie merchandise, and it came with like a it was weird, almost like trying to think of the word for it, but something you would get like from like a mortician or something, like a write up on something as far as like a dead body and had blood in it and all kinds of shit. So really cool packaging, really bought me into the band, and I think it even came with a free T-shirt at the same time. Yeah. So other than that, man, Mitch, rest in peace, Mitch. Man, there's a passionate motherfucker right there.
See, that dude, his vocals and presence was
Go
good.
the presence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
When I was younger,
Huge.
that I watched the Unanswered music video. It was like the first song I heard by them, and that shit sold me right away. I was like, these dudes are dope.
Man, his presence, man, his energy, and the ferocity that he brings. It, you know, he may weigh a little over 100 pounds, but in presence, it's like 1,000-pound gorilla, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mitch. It's such a shame we don't have him with us anymore. But what a concert must be going on up there in heaven, man, whenever we get there, man. We got some great guys up to look forward to whenever we finally make that step. So moving forward, this one's going to be going into a little bit of a 90s realm. So what do you think about Mudvayne versus Slipknot?
I like them both a lot. I don't know, man. It's hard.
We're going to disagree on this. I already know it.
That's hard. I like Mudvayne a little more than Slipknot, but Slipknot I started listening to first, so I could probably go with Mudvayne.
Mudvayne. There's a sudden amount of artistic push that Mudvayne kind of does, rather than Slipknot. More is about the feel and the riff, and Mudvayne's a little bit more artistic. Definitely. And each one of those four guys are just so fucking badass at what they do, and I can't see anybody coming in to replace any one of them to be able to keep the same kind of magic and creative that Mudvayne was able to create. So what do you think?
Oh, I thought we were gonna disagree, but yeah, Mudvayne for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mudvayne's fucking dope too. Yeah.
You know what? And they kind of came up with Mushroom Head and all those three bands. You know, were trying to doing that image kind of thing with the makeup and all that stuff, and not everybody always survives.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a huge like risk or roll of dice. You know,
yeah,
you have to play that gimmick right, or it's not gonna work. You know, I feel like out of those three, the one that didn't work for the most was Mushroom Head.
Yeah,
it didn't work that well for them. You know,
right?
I think they were the last. They were last in the game for that. You know, so it was a little too late.
Yeah, but shout out to Mushroom Head, man, because they're still around and kicking ass. So
damn.
Yeah, so much props.
They're still doing it. Then they're doing something right.
They're doing something right. And you know what? We really gotta. I don't know if you've been able to get. You know, I know on Spotify when it comes to my podcast, it tells me, you know, the analytical part of it in regards to like where's my podcast being heard around the world. Wouldn't it? I know when it comes to metal music, overseas, everybody fucking goes crazy for American metal and you know, and our music, you know, so I can imagine the market that would be out there for you guys overseas, you know, like in Europe and stuff.
It was in Norway. Was it Norway? Or was
I don't remember.
There's like I forget what country it is, but it's one of these countries, we have more listeners there than anywhere else.
That's what I was digging for. That's so cool, man.
I want to say it's Norway. I'm not sure though, but it's like, wow, what the heck's going on over there?
They get it more than anybody else. They're really in love with that. That's cool.
Too bad we can't fucking book a show over there. You know? But
imagine, right? Oh,
that'd be amazing.
Yes, very fucking amazing. I love that. All right, so Mudvayne all day, and shout out to you know, the guys at Slipknot, especially, you know, after a tenure that they've had, losing a band member to death, you know, Joey, Paul Gray,
and Sid quit.
You know, it's. You know, I heard clowns say that, you know what, Slipknot's going to go on forever because there'll be somebody else wearing the mask. Yeah, and I can dig that. I like the fact that the band will never die. It moves on.
It's like that movie Death Race. Where, you know what I'm talking about, where that one racer, he like has to he like keeps on dying, but they just keep on putting a different person inside in his mask to make it seem like he doesn't die. Forget, right? Is that Death Race?
Like that?
Yeah,
just like that. You know, and so I like that it never dies. You know what I mean? Would we, you know, I've already had a couple of bands like Sintegrity and Kill 'Em More, and I would love to say my band never died. You know what I mean? I'd love to say that it's lasted, you know, forever. Yeah. But their band will never die if they keep it up like that. So that's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. And you know, much props to what they've been able to do. I was able to see Slipknot back in '99 over when they opened up Ozfest on the first go round. And there was, I don't want to see, It was life changing, but they put on a fantastic fucking show. The band that really kind of changed things for me that I saw that day was System of a Down.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they were on the first album. And what blew me away is that everybody, it was in San Antonio. It seemed like 80% of the crowd already knew the lyrics. And I felt like, where the fuck have I been? I thought I was an insider, but I was really an outsider compared to how big these guys already were in the San Antonio market. But much props to Corey, one of my favorite singers too. So I gotta give him a shout out. But Chad is an amazing fucking vocalist that really has a tremendous range, and what he was able to do with Hell Yeah, doing like some of the covers that they did of like Police and Phil Collins and shit like that were some of my favorite songs too. As far as cover songs, some of the best well done. Now this is the last one I got for you guys. One of the bands is one of my favorites. Poster's right behind you. I love the artwork.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. So what do you think, Gavin, between Tool and Deftones?
Oh fuck.
That's hard.
Yeah.
They're very different bands, of course, but
what they do well, both
Yeah,
of them. So
yeah.
I don't know. I can't even pick. Honestly, that's too hard.
It's too hard.
I like almost everything Deftones put out,
Yeah.
and I like
Yeah.
almost everything Tools put out.
Yeah.
I know what
That's
you
too
mean.
hard.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Dude, I can't even pick. What do you pick?
That one's tough because I agree with everything Gavin just said, but I mean, there's a clear favorite for me. It's Deftones, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
100%. Like if I had a gun to my head, Deftones, easy. You know what I mean? That's my shit.
Is there maybe an album that's one of your favorites?
Oh yeah, Around the Fur.
Round the Fur for
Yeah.
me too.
It'd be
Yeah.
It'd be Around the Fur, Adrenaline, and then White. Like honestly, in order,
Boom, boom,
the
boom.
way they came out is how it
Yeah.
works for me because I've been listening to that was like one of the first bands I ever got into as a kid, and
Yeah.
through my whole life they've released music, so each one is different. But I like the first three because I was like real young and impressionable in that music.
Yes.
Like honestly, when I write my own riffs, I hear Deftones in it every time. Like that, even if I try to be heavy,
Ooh.
it's still like real like with those the fifth chord.
That
You know,
Stephen
like,
Carpenter feel
Yeah.
to it, right? Yes. What a writer too.
Mhm.
Oh, amazing, band
Amazing,
right there.
yeah.
They were at that same show I was mentioning at Ozfest, and that's when Around the Fur, they were on the Around the Fur tour. And if you remember that video, he wore that Chinese outfit.
It's like a kimono.
The kimono.
Yeah.
That's right. He wore that live too. Like, yeah, super fucking cool. Yeah, well, I love my boys at Knife Party, and I love me some Deftones. But damn, man, I love Maynard, and I love James, and I love fucking
Man,
Justin.
No, I love I mean, I love Tool too, man. They're fucking great.
Yes.
Yeah, but if I had to choose, that's what I'm gonna choose. You know?
That's who. Hey, I get it, and that's what I want to find out from you guys, where you guys are coming from on those. So let me wrap things up real quick. Want to make sure that everybody makes it out to Boozers next Saturday. All right. What time is the show going to start?
At 7 p.m. Doors open. First bands go on at 8.
First band's going on at 8. We got a stack lineup. Tell me once again who's going to be on the show.
We have Ammo from Our Arsenal, Slander 361, Earth Realm, Plague, and I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Oh man, I feel like an asshole. Oh, Tilde.
Oh shit, that's a good one right there. Hell yeah. So that's coming up Saturday, guys. Get out there. If you haven't seen Tilde yet, they are definitely an act you cannot pass up. So go check out the show. They got an amazing talent and stacked up lineup of bands that are coming from San Antonio and Corpus Christi's greatest. So make sure you're out there. It's going to be a fun time. Alex and
Chris.
And Chris, I can't wait till you guys get together and do your rehearsal today. I hope it goes fucking kick ass, and I can't wait to catch you live, God willing, on Saturday, on the 4th coming up. And I do want to get you on the show, Alex. So take care, and hopefully see you coming up on Saturday. Before we get out of here, I did have a couple of questions come in. At Crispy 1398, he says, "When is Sam going to shave that awful mustache?" No love.
That's Chris.
You know Chris, yeah.
No, that's the one's playing drums for us.
Oh shit! Hey, much love, Chris. Hell yeah. And then our friend James Norton, he said, "I'd ride that awful mustache."
Oh, yeah. 50-50, I'll take it, you know.
I love that, man.
That's funny.
That reminds me of fucking oh shit, Super Troopers, right? You remember that where he's like, "All right, who wants a mustache ride?" I do. That's jumping on the bit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Funny times, man. So Hey, the pleasure was all mine once again, Sam. And Gavin,
appreciate it.
thanks for coming over to the house and letting me speak to you guys again. Really excited about the fundraiser coming up. Let's all get out there and support them. And guys, is there a way maybe if they can't make the show that they could still get some money to you guys? How can we do that?
If you can't make it to the show and you still want to donate to the cause, you can send money to our Cash App. Any size donation. If you want to send $1, if you want to send us $5,000, you can send us whatever you'd like. It's $sign Tilde TX.
Easy.
We'll also be posting it on our socials probably the day of, just in case, I know people have lives, but they still want to support the cause.
Yeah.
You can always just send a donation, and everything helps. We'd
That's
appreciate it. And for anybody who's listening, it's 5 bands, $10. That's $2 a band. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? It's a great environment. Nothing but love there. It'll be a good time.
Nothing but love there over at Boozer's Rock Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tommy and Jessica and the Cantu family over there, man. Sedna family. We love you over there, Boozers. Thanks to everybody that's always providing a great place to hang out and enjoy some great live music over there. And thanks for Slam Master Booking for their cooperation in getting the fundraiser together with the bands. So don't forget, Slam Master Fest is coming up June 8th as well. So catch Tilde along with the big stack lineup with Impending Doom, Dealey Plaza, Darkness Divided, and so much more. My friends and your friends from Womb Ride and Gratitude TX, of course, and Means to an End and Empire of Ashes, and so many more that I haven't had on the show yet, but it very would like to get you guys on the show eventually. Once again, thanks a lot. You gentlemen, thanks for joining over here on Sunday.
Thanks for having us,
Thank
man.
you.
And I hope I can get you back again. Next time, I hope Alex might have some time in the schedule to join.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That'd
Kick
be
ass.
awesome.
Everybody, you guys have a great Sunday. Make sure you're at the show next Saturday and have a great week. We'll see you at the show.
Later, y'all.
Later.